Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And last week's episode, you had Banks defending himself against, Muta, Somewhere Gamers, and CoffeeZilla and their investigation.
Why do you make it sound like that?
Because Keem's an instigator, rat scumbag.
Because you made it. You made it sound like that.
Banks. What? When was Banks the #1 target? Wait, no. I got to correct this right here. We are not isolating Banks here. What?
I can tell you this right now. I have a Twitter.com and I have a YouTube channel, and my Twitter and my YouTube channel comments are filled with, "You're not covering this story because you're trying to protect your friend Banks." Like that's my entire YouTube comments. Today I uploaded it and I got spammed over and over again, and it looked like an organized spam comment.
Can we also just
I was avoiding this story because I'm trying to protect Banks.
It's really toxic. It's so toxic to like that my name can just be mentioned alongside like some shit, like in the middle of some like drama, I guess, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, a story, and immediately it's like all like you can only imagine the tweets and the comments I've gotten, and like I've gotten really good at ignoring the shit and laughing it off and whatever, but like all the way from like you own fucking Rubet to like you own Wizza and this and that. I got the same shit during Save the Kids, which obviously I had literally nothing to do with that. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's annoying how easy you can just throw somebody into something and have it be like, I don't know. But obviously this whole Wizza, Nelk Boys, Steve will do it, this whole like saga. What part are you guys on right now? Has Coffee uploaded his next video yet?
No, we're doing it. He's doing Monday next week. I'm finishing it off with part 6, where we actually look into the real, I guess you could say, shadows behind you guys.
Word. But yeah, obviously, listen, 6-part series. I think my name's been mentioned one time in the whole thing. No, actually twice, Muta, when you like,
when I retouched upon it,
when you told them like what the reasoning that I got the ETH from that wallet,
which by the way, I hate the fact that like this is just with the whole thing. It's everyone like has been so off the record, and sometimes like defending a person or like mentioning like the extra bit of context is so helpful in that, and that's where like I was kind of hesitant to come on here because so much stuff is off the record, and it's just like we're in a spot where we currently work with this company. They sponsor the house. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's such a conflict of interest and like just totally out of pocket. I honestly feel really bad for the Wizza guys. I really do, because it's a brand new company. This has obviously really fucking hurt them, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing the last two. I still question a whole lot of stuff too. Like every time, like, the thing about this whole thing is like I try to be as fair and balanced as I can. Like Wizza gave me receipts, which they never gave anybody else receipts, right? And it's like, so obviously the whole internet gets to speculate on it, because let's be honest about it, okay? Like between us three, that Ferrari giveaway, it was like too good to be true. You know what I mean? Like everyone was looking into it. Like I'm in the firm belief that it was so good that, Wizza, what they gave me, if they're investigated by the cops today, it's whatever. Like, they can just, I mean, from what they've told me, hopefully if everything's all 100% square, they can run it back and, I guess they wouldn't have any big of an issue, right?
I guess that goes back to what I was saying about the toxic, like, the toxicity in situations like this. It's okay to ask questions, obviously, always. But this company doesn't really have a platform other than us, right? And questions are one thing, but it's like the second like things like this are thrown around, like it's detrimental to their fucking business. And too good to be true. I mean, I talked to you and Coffee on Discord about this. And again, listen, it's so important for me to outline this and really give context. I have no dog in this fight outside of the fact that they sponsor the house, which honestly, in all honesty, we could get, there's a fucking Rolodex of companies that would probably be more than willing to sponsor our house, with the people that live in it and stuff, the deliverables that we do give Wizza in exchange for our house. So I don't really it's not my company. If this company were to go under tomorrow, it wouldn't affect me in any way. If this company were to blast off to the fucking moon tomorrow, it wouldn't affect me in any way. That being said,
I just want to say, I'm sick of seeing fucking comments saying that I'm not covering the story, I'm avoiding the story to protect Banks and all this other shit. We talked about it on Drama Alert. We've talked about it on Mom's Basement last week. We're talking about it now again, and Muta is here, the guy running the investigation.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys know the weird fucking bullshit I have to deal with like Nelk and like Wizza and the correspondence, and it's like at this point in the story, it's like I don't know if Nelk can be a truthful storyteller or like I can rely on whatever they send, you know? Because it's like, look, at the end of the day, I have to ask the question, right? Like Wizza came forth with me, they gave me a bunch of like receipts, like the guy showed me his like inbox and outbox, which granted, I mean, listen, if I wanted to be like really, you know, questioning it. Which I am. He could have deleted like his response, like his messages from Wizza, and like shown me an empty inbox.
But then in that instance, they could just show you on the other end, and it would completely discredit them forever. You know why? Why the fuck would they do that? Yeah. Who's gonna do that? Just like they could forge the paperwork with the lease and all that shit. But like what? Like. You could. I mean, like if you forge the paperwork, right? Like at the end of the day, if you get if like Wizza gets investigated by like a sweepstakes like commission over this, and they fake the Ferrari paperwork, I mean, dude, that's a fucking story right there. I like to think that no one is going to be that dumb to do that. You know what I mean? Listen,
like,
the Ferrari's very real. The Ferrari's very real. It was legitimately purchased. Somebody legitimately owns it. The winner of that giveaway. Yeah. And that's what I wanted to circle back and talk about. Like it's too good to be true, right? Like it's the odds are stacked against the fact that someone won that close to where it was parked or whatever. That's like the big thing, right? But it's like for what reason though? Like for why? This person has been dug into. They have absolutely no relationship. They're not anyone's family member, friend. They don't work for any of the companies involved. This person is a completely random person. So who benefits from this person winning the car besides the person winning the car?
Listen, like, when you say that, I don't know how related this person is at the end of the day. Like that's up to like a police agency to investigate.
I know,
you know what I mean?
But
like
dude,
you're the only one that are gonna figure it out.
But dude, at this fucking point, at this stage, don't you think like something? Oh, this kid used to go to high school with Kyle or fucking Steve or this kid.
I got a question. I got a question, Muta. Why upload videos saying, "Hey, we're trying to figure out who won this car," or we're trying to like the implication is that everything's a scam. It's all a scam. It's all a big giant scam. Without knowing if things are a scam yet.
Yeah, that's what I have an issue with.
I haven't uploaded anything where I'm explicitly saying anything is a scam.
Well, you're bringing that's the thing, like Muta. You're bringing up a video.
What's the tone? Okay, what did I say?
The tone is this shit is sketch.
Let me answer. Banks, let me talk. Banks, let me talk. You uploaded a video and you found Banks' second wallet, and you said
the money.
Second wallet. Well, whatever. You found his wallet and you said the money comes directly from this account or whatever, and we need to figure out who that is and where he got his first money from. And just that you asking that question immediately made the audience think that Banks was doing something shady. I got a ton of hate. Banks got a ton of hate.
But like, think about it like this: when I showed people what's publicly available on the blockchain, right? I didn't make anything up. Banks received money from the second largest whale wallet from Rubet. Okay, so Rubet's hot wallet didn't send money to Banks. It did, but at a much later date. The first for the
sponsorship.
Yeah, yes. Which we can't say because we can't say your first transaction because that's off the record. But that's the thing that I was asking, and that money immediately went into the whole CryptoPunk. So the idea was, okay, why would it be that the Rubet hot wallet sent to the second largest whale wallet and then you? That means that Banks received money from like an actual executive board person from Rubet, whoever is siphoning the largest amount of cash. That's
okay. But was there anything illegal with that? Was there anything illegal with that?
Oh well, yes. If offshore money from Rubet is funneled into a U.S. account, that's actually very, very illegal.
So Banks is a criminal.
I mean, based on what Banks has told me, I wouldn't like. He had a private Ethereum sale, right?
Could I answer the question? We talked about this on the last thing. No, Keem, I'm absolutely not a criminal, and it's one of the.
But that's what I'm saying. Just hold on. Why isn't there? Just hang on. Upload the video.
Hang on. Let me answer and just and give the context. We talked about it on the last episode, but we're talking about it right now. So let me just restate it. No, I'm not a fucking criminal, and what bothered me so much about that. Because the response that I got was just speculation and fucking shady shit and this and that. Like, for what? For why? What actually happened was I got a call from Gary Vee told me that I should buy CryptoPunks in fucking late January, early February. I said, okay, how much money should I fucking put in? X, Y, Z, whatever. We had our conversation. I immediately hung up the phone and got to work on getting Ethereum as fast as possible. Didn't want to go through Coinbase. Coinbase, everybody knows these exchanges are a fucking nightmare. You can only buy certain amounts and you have to fucking jump through hoops and all this. So obviously I live in LA and I know a bunch of people in tech and fucking and crypto and all that stuff. So I start sending out texts. Hey, you have any extra Ethereum? I'm looking to buy let's just say two.
A private sale to him. We talked about this all last week.
I did it through my lawyers. Hold on, hang on. I did it through my lawyers. I have a receipt of sale. Signed off by the party that I bought it from. This person is a U.S. resident. It was a complete, honest purchase that I paid for with my own
My question is
money.
why is Muta uploading the video asking this question to his audience, right, when he could just get a hold of Banks?
And that's what I asked Muta.
I mean, I got a hold of Banks, but like his answer didn't act like the off the record answer. If I can be honest, still doesn't.
Well, Muta. He's asking when you asked the original question, you hadn't asked me anything at that point.
Because like I have to do that on Dromler.
You hadn't reached out to me at all.
On Dromler, Muta, sometimes like, you know, I don't know the answers to a story. Like today I uploaded a video talking about H2O, right? And he's being accused of allegedly being at alt accounts harassing like an alleged victim or something like that. I don't know the answer. I can't talk to H2O. I have no contact in H2O, right? But you and Banks do have contact with each other. So I guess my question is why was this question being raised about this second account and all that stuff when you had an opportunity to find the answer? Because the result of that was instantly your audience thought Banks was doing something shady. I mean, if I can be completely real, during Save the Kids, we had a discussion about this exact same thing, me, Coffee, and Banks. And at the time, I mean, literally, we were told that this wasn't really that important or anything. So when we see Rubet, second largest whale, giving to Banks, I mean,
wait, hold on, hang on. Okay, go ahead.
The question, listen, the way that the money flew and the answer that Banks even gave me in our off the record conversation still doesn't entirely clear things, you know, it
does on my end. I'll definitely object to that.
I mean, it definitely does on my end. This is where we had the discussion.
I have hardcore paperwork and receipts on this shit.
Yeah, but the person you named is the person you named, the money flow. Listen, if the money goes from a crypto casino, right, the proceeds from that hits the United States, that's illegal in of itself. That's highly illegal. This is why U.S. agencies do not operate with offshore crypto casinos. This is why they're specifically restricted. Even when we got into the whole thing where you talked about,
I don't know if what you're saying is entirely true. Also, I don't know that that's true.
What do you mean? I mean, that's literally from the Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act of 2006. That's
okay, so Muta, let me get this straight. Okay, so offshore gambling company, you know, Rubet, right?
Right.
It's literally illegal for them to sponsor an American influencer because eventually that money has to come to America, right?
Yeah, it very much is. Actually, it should be.
It should be, or it is.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, it definitely is. It definitely is. I mean, this is prior shit. Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act of 06. We can literally look through the fucking FDIC.
Okay. So you're 100% wrong, and I'll tell you why you're 100% wrong. My bookie doesn't operate in the U.S. It's not a U.S. based company.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Okay. Yeah, my bookie.
Yeah.
Wait, let's look it up. Let's look it up.
Bravado. Sorry, my bookie is.
I was going to say because my bookie is my sponsor, and they definitely are US based.
What's Bravado? What's Bravado?
It's one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one.
Bravado sports betting. It's Bovada or Bovada? Bovada, right?
Bovado or Bravado or some shit. I don't know.
Because I can only find Bovada.
It might be Bovada.
Yeah,
it's
Bovada
huge.
is a registered trademark, all rights reserved. Let me just look at their entire legality over here. Bovada's been a trusted source. I'm just going to look up their license.
So Banks, if Muta is right,
either way, bro. Listen, what you guys are saying, Muta. What you're saying is untrue. I bought what I did.
Movato's from the European Union. They have the ability, I think, to operate within the U.S.
Okay,
this is
okay. We can get into whatever. They're offshore. The word offshore sounds sketchy and weird, but it just means not.
It is. That's because it is. No, it's unregulated. That's what it is. It's offshore and unregulated.
Unregulated by who? The U.S.
Yes, yeah, okay. The U.S. and even Curaçao.
Okay, is the U.S. the fucking all knowing, all seeing eye, like all powerful and true?
Well, what are we talking about? That's why the U.S. prevents its players from gambling in an offshore.
Muta.
Ladies and gentlemen, time out. You've heard it here. FaZe Bank supports the New World Order, world government.
This is so exhausting.
We're discussing something.
Listen.
We're on a good train of thought.
Would it be acceptable for me to purchase any other asset that comes from somewhere that's not in the U.S.? Like, could I go buy a car from somebody in fucking wherever?
You can buy a car from anywhere.
That's offshore.
You can buy a vehicle from anywhere. You can bring it to the United States. You just have to make sure all the taxes and all the duties are done on it. Yes.
Exactly. So I can. So why is that different? Yeah, Ethereum's not an asset.
It depends.
Come on, man. Like, listen.
Yeah, bottom line. Listen.
Muta. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your how familiar you are with the law and finance and all that. You're obviously passionate about it. You're obviously a brilliant fucking guy. You and I, when there isn't fucking drama floating around between us, we're friends. You've been on the show a bunch of times. But with all due respect, I trust my legal team and my finance guys infinitely more than I do you. And everything that I do and everything that I touch that has anything to do with money or big purchases or anything like that goes directly through them. And when they give me the green light, they change a lot of things. They make sure everything's cool and kosher, and they make sure I do it the right way so I don't wind up in hot water or in a sketchy situation. But I trust them. I trust them far more than I trust you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a fair thing to say.
I think that's fine. I trust my accountants far more than I trust any other person on the internet too. But what I'm saying is, like, we're kind of right in the last 5 minutes. Let's not conflate like cars and property as assets when we're looking at things like getting money out of a crypto casino, because we're looking at cash flow here, right? We're not looking at fucking.
I mean, not exactly. I haven't touched that Ethereum, and it's done a million different weird things since I've had it. It's gone up, it's gone down. I've bought in JPEGs. I've done, it's in a whole different universe.
So have you ever put that rubet money into a U.S. account? Like went to a, you like deposited it and filed taxes on it?
Nope, not yet.
What? But why though?
Because I haven't converted it to USD.
Yeah, but like if you convert it to USD, you have to file.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, what are you gonna? Yeah, but like, what are you gonna write on your taxes? Where was the source of the money? Like, that's the question.
From a Rubet sponsorship. The first initial thing was a sale of purchase.
Ask you where Rubet is.
Okay, and I'll tell them. And I'll tell them.
Ask you Rubet's operating.
Sure, I'll tell them.
And do you think, based on current laws, the U.S. government's going to be totally okay when they hear the origin point was an offshore, unregulated casino?
Yes, I do.
Well,
I mean, and I think if they have an issue,
hold on. You say that, but you're only going to find it out once you transact.
Time out.
Okay, Muta.
So let's make. Wait. Let me ask something. Okay. So listen, the Rubets was paying Banks's rent and Aiden Ross's rent.
No, that's not like you can't. This is the problem. You're playing telephone. It's Wizza that's paying the fucking rent, right? That's because
but you guys were saying Wizza and Rubets is the same thing.
We didn't say that.
Muta, there's a reason. Muta, hold on. Let me speak. I want to say something.
I didn't say that.
Let me say something. Muta. Let me get this out because it's just this is painful almost.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just call it what it is and just be honest about the situation. Let me just tell you how I feel about it.
Okay.
There's a reason why everyone on the internet has interpreted this the exact same way from you and Coffee's story, and it's scam. Fucking Rubet and Wizza are the same company.
Yeah,
this and that. That's how everyone has interpreted it, Muta, let me explain something to you.
Is it wrong to interpret that? Is it wrong for people to come to that conclusion potentially?
Yes, if it's false, yes.
How much overlap exists between the fucking investing pool? How much, like I showed the DMs from Andre, investment pool has people from the CSGO era. It has people tying together. You got Alan running influencer connection between Wizza and Rubet. Like, there's too much of an overlap. I'm not saying explicitly that these companies are related. Look, this is fair reporting. Like, I'm going to tell you what Wizza's saying. But if people are looking at a fucking overlap between two companies and they come to that conclusion, they're not fucking idiots. I've discussed this with the CEO.
So who's the bad guy? Muta, who's the bad guy?
But I'm coming to that conclusion.
The bad guy is Rubet.
I'm coming to the conclusion.
You're coming to the conclusion because you didn't fucking watch the video. First of all, I have to fucking say that.
I did watch the video, and I'm coming to the conclusion that Wizza and Rubets are the same company based on the videos that I'm watching from you guys. Like, that's.
And you can't say that because that's all I've seen on Twitter.
Okay, but like, are you coming to that conclusion because I'm in the video explicitly saying these companies are related, or is it because I'm showing you a bunch of receipts and your brain is fucking, making the connections in your head? What is it?
Oh man.
Well, maybe you literally did not say that, but you said that in your videos. Like,
dude, I'm not sitting there with a breadcrumb trail leading you over there. I'm showing you the receipts. If your head is putting those pieces together, go for it. You're like the rest of the people questioning this whole thing.
When the title is the Wizza rabbit hole and the fucking this and that. You know how the Wizza rabbit hole. Yeah, you know the paint. You know the picture you guys are painting, man. Like, it's not.
What the fuck is the Wizza rabbit hole? Did I say in the title? Oh, is Wizza? I could have named that title. Could Wizza and Rubet be connected? No, I could have named that title. Probably would have made the video do better. But I just said the Wizza. Go ahead. Yeah.
Muta, let me ask you a question. Do you think Rubet and Wizza are connected? Do you think that they're the same company?
I believe they're connected between the people that work for them.
Okay,
that's as much as I can prove. Yeah.
So because you believe that, and because the evidence is taking you that direction, that's what I have picked up from your videos. And so when you're saying I didn't explicitly say that, and you're getting all defensive, right?
I'm not defensive. I'm telling you what the video is. You said, why are you picking it up? It's obviously the receipts in the video. Didn't I show you towards the end of the video that one Reddit account literally is making the Wizza account and also making Rubet? You got Alan literally running between the companies. They won't tell me the investors, but when your company's out buying Ferraris, paying for mansions and McLarens, where the fuck would the money be coming in from?
So again, think about what you just said. You're not explicitly saying they're the same company, but what I'm hearing from you is that they are the same company. So now, can I get to the original? Can I get to the original thing that I was going to say?
Now hold on. Before you continue, the three things that I just pointed out, were they factually incorrect?
I don't know. I don't think so. I trust you.
Based on what I showed, yeah, they shouldn't be factually. I ran this by the CEO. Anytime I show anybody's words, it's from them. All right, I'm not twisting around. I show the whole fucking DM.
Nobody's saying that you're twisting anything around. But
that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to paint a narrative. I'm just showing what it is. If your brain is making those connections, that's not me. That's just because of the receipts. Look, there's like one thing we can say is that there's definitely a degree of like interconnectedness between these companies that shouldn't.
Can I suggest something?
Wait. Let me get to my original point that I keep getting cut off on.
Let Keem go.
Listen, so if Wizza, right, is paying for the rent, right, to the landlord, okay, Banks' landlord or whoever owns the property, right, isn't that landlord potentially breaking the law and getting casino money?
This was what I was talking to you about, Muta, when we spoke about me purchasing the ETH. It's like, what?
I mean, look, I make sure I check every I and T with everyone that I do business with. If it turns out that,
come on, dog,
do you think?
What?
Yeah, I do.
So the landlord is going to jail. The landlord is going to jail.
I'm not saying that. Look, I'll fully admit I'm not that versed when it comes to how like that chain is going to be handled when it's that deep and entrenched.
If Alan from Rubets walks into a Walmart and buys a television, is the maker of the television and Walmart going to jail?
I mean, obviously, it doesn't go that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
No, you guys are talking.
It is one and the same thing, though. It's a crazy, like, way deeper example, but it's a fair question.
You're talking about people buying like shit or whatever, right? Obviously, if it turns out,
well, that's what they're
like. Listen,
that's what they're doing.
If it turns out this is a conspiracy, if it turns out it's a conspiracy, you think the feds aren't going to seize every asset that money touched? Of course it does. That's what a RICO case is. When it comes to like you being an influencer that's paid from that company, if that money flows directly to you in terms of an advertising deal, in terms of a promotion deal, that's entirely different than fucking going out and buying a TV.
Well, what if they paid for Google ads? Is Susan Wojcicki like a CEO of YouTube? Is she going to jail?
I mean, you do realize the Google ad team would actually have to check that company in particular before they run the ad.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
are you kidding me? Google, that's not true.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that slips.
I'll tell you right now, that's not true.
Okay, hold on. Hang on. No, I need to say this. So Google, hold on, no, stop, just stop. Google and YouTube
You're say does that Wiz is running ads, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to say. But let me say it. Google and YouTube do a deep dive on every fucking company that they work with and run ads for. Wizit has been running ads all over YouTube for the last several months. Pre-rolls.
Wait, I got another.
So hold on. Is it fair to say that Wiz is probably perfectly in the clear then? Because Google and YouTube would never. Google and YouTube would never touch a company.
Can I answer the question?
Answer it.
Wiz is a new company. So a year down the road, when they're done filing all their IRS shit, and like 2-3 years down the road, when the IRS has basically given them the business green light, I'm really not going to sit there and question them. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I guess that's my question. What happens? I mean, influencers aren't working with them anymore. They've called me up like fucking damn near crying, like, fuck man, like what do we do? Like do we get legal involved in this? Like these guys are actually destroying our company, and it's a brand new company, and we have fucking 30 employees that have nothing to do with rubet or any of this shit, and you know, they took a leap of faith with us, and you know what I mean? Like real shit, these are real people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what happens, Muta?
Sponsor me.
What happens, Muta, when fucking down the line, like you said, it turns out they actually did everything by the book and handled everything the absolute correct and right way? You think that these guys are willing to spend as much money as they're spending on influencer marketing, but they're not going to spend on, you know, the due diligence and making sure everything's legit and
I don't know,
yeah,
bro.
but
Listen, I've been talking to, like, this frustrating thing, right? Like, we have these discussions, but I'm going to tell you guys this much right now. I'm talking to like 6 or 7 people who orbit the circle, right? And we all have these off the record calls and discussions. I'm sitting on like probably 15 hours of interviews with like multiple people, okay? And the thing is, every time I call up, it's always the one person involved, like, yeah, fuck Banks, that guy's a scumbag, or fuck this guy, they're a scumbag. That's
who has said that about me?
I can't say it because it's off the record.
Someone said fuck. Someone said I don't believe you.
Dude,
what would I be a scumbag about?
This is getting good.
I don't believe you.
This is getting so good.
I actually legitimately do not believe you.
I mean,
I don't believe that. I don't believe that a single person in this. Okay, that's easy to say. All right, Muta. Some girl called me 3 days ago, off the record, and said, that you fondled her while she was drunk at a party.
Well, that's up to you to believe or not. I'm not saying I believe him, but do you understand where I'm coming from? Like, when I have
just
all these
admit
thoughts,
that what you were saying was an example and nobody said that, because that's bullshit.
It was an example. No. Like, there are people who said that kind of shit towards everyone. Look, everyone have said it. Bro, okay, can I give you like can I give the chat here context? The person who said that kind of shit to me is a total, like, I firmly believe they're 1,000% liar. Okay, they know who the fuck they are. They 100% lie to me. So there you go.
And this is this is related. This is related to this current thing. This Wizza Rubet.
It's related to the online gambling side of things. It's more like, I'll give you the thing.
Have they been mentioned? Are they involved in the story?
It's more related to CS:GO.
I got a question.
No, yeah, that's part 6. It's related to like CS:GO.
I got a question. Like, where the fuck does Wizza get their money from, though? Because when I watch Coffee's videos and when I watch Muta's videos, the conclusion I get is that their money, Wizza's money, is being funded through illegal gambling, offshore gambling on rubets.
By the way, listen. This is another thing.
Illegal in the United States.
Illegal in the United States. You guys got also.
Don't change it. Don't change it. We're on the same page. Don't change it. To my question. Where is the money coming from? Like, how are they doing these giveaways? Where's the money coming from on Wizza? Banks.
I think that's a legitimate question.
I have no fucking clue, bro. Like, what? It's not my company.
I know, but he's in the marketing team. You're asking the wrong person.
I'm not even on the marketing team. I'm fucking living in a house that's paid for by this company. That is as deep as my relationship goes with these guys.
Okay, but question is, right? They're calling you, they're crying you, Banks, right? I'm playing both sides because I want to know the truth,
I'm an open book. I don't care. Like I said, I don't have. Okay. I have no dog in this fight.
I also wait. Hold on. I just want to end one thing off before people say this is about the whole the guy who said fuck Banks. I just want to say for the record, it's about CS:GO. Like I don't want because I know people are going to watch this thing and they're going to speculate. So I want to say it in a soundbite. It's literally about the CS:GO.
That's another absolute.
That's a different story.
That's another absolute joke of a fucking situation conversation. But whatever.
And me and Banks have had a discussion about that, and it's a different story than what you find online. But we can't even get into that.
It's just funny. It's just funny. But no, let me answer your question.
Where is Wiz's money coming from then? Like,
I don't know.
I think that's a legitimate question too.
So
right?
if there's no answer to that, we can't figure out where their money is coming from. And the main theory is that it's coming from rubets. Again, let's say the money is coming from rubets, hypothetically speaking. All right, is the landlord going to jail for accepting money from
the landlord yet? Okay, let's just go. Like this is the thing. We're inflating it to like a point where obviously let's just target the core first. Okay, if it goes from rubet to Wizza, that's a very large problem. Okay, that means unregulated funds that the U.S. would never have acknowledged are coming from an unregulated.
Yeah, but how are the influencers
you're just wrong about this?
Why would the influencers get in trouble if money's coming from Wizza? That makes no sense. I'm
not saying the influencers are necessarily the ones that should be getting into trouble. Honestly, the biggest problem about all this that I feel like most people should really acknowledge is the influencers are like in front of these casinos, whether you go to Stake or Rubet, because I've talked a lot with the Rubet guys and some of the people orbiting that. And it's a very good thing to also mention that it's not Rubet that should be also completely targeted. You've got Stake, you've got Dualbit, you've got a whole industry out in
That's another huge. Right? I'm really happy that you just said that because again, it goes back to so what's actually the issue? What are you guys actually trying to get to the bottom of? Hold on. It was like a kind of a hypothetical because you have a site like Stake who makes 10, 15, 20 times as much money as Rubet does and operates the exact same way under the exact same guidelines. And they're probably operated out of the exact same country, right? Yeah, maybe not. Who knows? Whatever. But my point is, Rubet, when you illegal gambling casino, no, dude, no. These guys operate completely within the confines of the law. They've set it up.
But they don't do a KYC AML check properly.
Okay, Muta, then what? Muta, we're talking about what is that, Muta, so you can explain to the audience.
KYC is a know your customer, and anti-money laundering is that's AML, anti-money laundering and KYC check. So this is the thing, okay? This is my issue with offshore casinos, right? Like I already have a problem with gambling because of the addictive nature, but here's a good example, right? Like let's say we go to Las Vegas, all three of us, right? And we put in $30,000. Now, $30,000 is above a certain amount, so they're going to do a check on us. They're going to check who we are. They're going to check where our money comes in from. Because, maybe not you guys, but me definitely, because I just went into Vegas. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like the KYC check, right? Like they're going to make sure that I'm not
They take your ID and write your information down.
They take my ID. When I send my money to them from an account, that account immediately is flagged by the IRS and it's being checked. And it's made sure, the point is, they're gonna if you guys gamble in Vegas, you're probably already known quantities. I go there, I give them let's go up the ante, $500,000. They're not going to just immediately take that, right? Because they have a lot of legalities to go through. They can't.
I understand. I understand your point. Ready?
Now,
while we're on
with an offshore. Okay. But I was comparing it to the offshore casino because the offshore casino doesn't do that check. Even if you VPN yourself out of the U.S., sure, you bypass their geographical restrictions, their net end issues. But when you connect to the actual site, you can just pump in Ethereum and take out Ethereum. But if you take out Ethereum over a certain amount, they're then going to trigger a KYC check. They have no KYC check when you're putting money in. So somebody can dump money in, win a shit ton of money, and when it comes time to take out, Rubet can be like, hey, are you playing from the U.S.? Fuck you, you're not getting your money back. Goodbye.
Okay.
That's a problem.
Okay. That's a problem, but again, how that relates to anybody who plays on their site or works with them or anything. And again, let me remind everybody, we did a 2-part, 1-month-long campaign with these guys. Flew to Mexico, again, did everything the absolute right way on our end. Let people know ahead of time, did all the whole don't play in the U.S., all that shit, always. I'm glad you brought up the Vegas example. So if I live in say Sweden and I come to the U.S., I'm I'm coming and I gamble at the MGM Grand. I'm gambling in an offshore casino, correct? By definition.
You're gambling
within, you're gambling
within the confines of the United States. It's not an offshore casino.
If I am a Swedish citizen, all I'm doing is flipping.
You came to the United States and gambled within the United States and its federal legal authority.
Okay, whoa, okay, perfect.
There you go.
Okay, perfect. So rubet operates where, Muta?
It operates Curacao or some fucking back shore that we have no idea.
Okay, some dirty little shitty country, right? Is that what you're saying? They can't come up with their own set of rules and laws and any of that?
It doesn't operate. No, it doesn't operate. It doesn't operate in the United States.
It's a simple question.
It's not allowed to play with the United States.
It's a simple question. It doesn't operate in the United States. You're right. But it operates where? What country? Do you know?
Apparently Curacao, but we can't even confirm that entirely. They just have a license.
So they operate there. They operate in the confines of their law and their gambling commission and all their laws, and they have all their shit square with where they operate, correct? Right. So if I travel somewhere like Mexico, where also it's okay to play on the site, that's almost pretty.
It's actually
we're going offshore.
A gray area in Mexico.
Okay, whatever, gray area. But Muta. By definition, I was born in Sweden. I've lived in Sweden my entire life. I came up on some fucking IKEA shit. And I'm fucking rich, and I want to do. He
said I came up on some IKEA.
Listen, let me finish. Please let me finish. Please let me finish. Because I feel like it's a valid point. I came up on some IKEA shit. I'm fucking filthy rich. I want to do a weekend in Vegas and blow some money, or maybe potentially make some money. Who knows? I come to Vegas. I stay at the Bellagio. I fucking gamble at the Bellagio all weekend, right? I come up $1 million. What did I do by definition? I went to an offshore casino and gambled and made money. Now, are you telling me it's illegal for me to take my winnings?
You didn't go to an offshore casino. No, you went to the United States where you legally, under their laws, put in money.
Yeah, Muta.
The United States is off-share.
He's saying the same thing. He's saying that they went to the country.
No, listen, the Curacao casino that you went to gamble with from the United States. Okay, so are you gambling from Mexico to Curacao, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So you go to Mexico and you go to Curacao. Do you know the exact laws from Mexico to Curacao?
All right, Muta.
It's actually a complete fucking gray area. Right. First off, it's a complete gray area. So you pump money in via crypto into it. And I'm going to ask you, that money that you got in Ether, why the fuck didn't you even cash it out in fiat?
Because fuck.
Why didn't you cash out a little bit?
Fuck fiat.
Maybe it's because if you started reporting the source of income to the IRS,
okay, so more speculation, Muta. Actually, no, because I have a fucking brain in my head, and I don't keep fucking millions of dollars. Because what the fuck is that?
I don't keep millions of dollars either.
I buy houses and I fucking invest in companies and I deal in crypto. Like what? No, Muta. I haven't taken my money out of crypto because I'm not done with crypto yet. I think there's a long fucking road ahead, and I think I can make a lot more money. So no,
I do keep all my wealth in USD, and I pay the tax man.
Dude,
for the record.
Me too. I pay the IRS every bill that I have.
Same, dude. Everyone does their everyone does their shit. Hopefully, you should be doing your shit. I'm saying that's so unfair. That's kind of what we started the conversation with. Why haven't I taken a little bit of my crypto out? Because I don't want to.
What's your no, fine. Let's go back to the whole gambling in Mexico. So I'm
actually buying more fucking crypto right now.
You guys went to Mexico and gambled, right? Whatever, fine. I'm sure legally you guys.
I just don't like how we passed over my Swedish example.
No.
I don't like that.
Fuck Sweden for a minute, okay? Get him out of here. Let's talk about the audience.
But he made money in IKEA,
and then he made money in the U.S. at an offshore casino, and he's trying to bring it back to the U.S. or to Sweden.
No, Muta, go ahead. What's your point?
Okay, what are our primary audiences that we fucking stream to? The United States, right?
Kids.
Well, that makes it.
Mine definitely isn't kids. Maybe yours are.
Okay, can we talk? What country primarily? Okay,
American kids.
The U.S. and Canada.
Okay. For me as a Canadian, majority of my audience is 90% American, right? For me to take a rubet deal is pretty fucking shitty because 90% of my viewer base isn't legally cleared enough to play.
Okay, we can talk about the morality of it.
No. But let me finish. When you cater to your 90% American audience and they watch you gamble, there's going to be people that are like, shit, I want to fucking play. So they go and they get a VPN, all right? I'm not saying that you told them to get a VPN, right? But there's a lot of other places that constantly say, hey, Stake is VPN friendly. Oh, here's how you get on Rubet, where all the influencers are playing with VPN. That's not, I said that's not you saying it, but it's easy to get on.
So I hate this argument.
No, dude, let me finish here. You use a VPN to get onto Rubet and Stake or Dualbit. Now you get $100 worth of crypto, okay, that you bought off some fucking exchange. You're putting it into these casinos. They did no KYC check whatsoever on the deposit, so it doesn't matter. This is why these casinos do not charge in USD. You can't wire them money. You have to give them crypto. If you could wire them money, they'd be defunct.
If what you're saying is true, then that's an issue. That's an issue that has to be taken up with a Rubet. That has nothing to fucking do with me.
Well, this is the problem when the influencers are coming in pushing this shit. This is where, like, these deals, you should probably fucking throw away.
Okay,
I'm just saying, if I were you, listen. Okay,
this
is where we're different.
This is where Daddy Muta comes in and gives Baby Banks advice on what I should and shouldn't do.
Dude, don't
just listen. No, listen. No, I'm cool with that.
That's so condescending.
No, listen. It's condescending to me.
I'm telling you what
it's condescending to me, bro. You're like, you should probably throw these deals away. We did it one time. We haven't continued to do it because honestly, it was fucking really inconvenient and just not what any of us are focused on. Whatever. Now we're starting to get into the morality of things, which I'm totally happy to have a conversation.
We're not doing the morality.
No, you said it's probably not really great. U.S. audience, whatever. No,
it's an ethical thing. I wouldn't say it's a moral. It's ethical.
I mean, morals and ethics are kind of hand in hand, right?
My question is, Muta.
No, hold on, Kim. I fucking, for the love of God,
finish your point. Go ahead.
Finish the point. Yeah.
Oh my God. Whatever, man. Go ahead, Kim. You guys
listen.
Fuck me.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand, right? You're saying, look, there's kids that are watching Banks. They're American kids, right? They're jumping on a VPN.
I'm not saying that. He said his audience wasn't kids. So I'm
okay, but you're saying that most of the audience is American, right? So they got to jump on a VPN to play, right?
Of course.
Okay. If I go and like buy like a Lamborghini and flex it in front of my audience and some kid's like, damn, I'm going to have to fucking rob a Lamborghini store to get a Lamborghini. You know, who's to blame?
I like this
Am
example.
I to blame?
No, I like it. It's a wacky example.
I think robbing a Lamborghini, that's incredibly
No, but Muta, they're one and the same in the sense that someone's operating out of the law, doing something illegal based on something that I'm doing.
For somebody breaking the law.
Maybe we just differ on the listen, I've always I've stayed true to this from the fucking first day I ever made a YouTube video. I've made it very clear. Listen, if you want to admire certain aspects of my life and certain accomplishments and things that I've done, that's cool. Nobody's perfect. There's plenty of fucking things that I do that I wouldn't recommend any other person do, and I've always been very clear about that. But I'm not going to fucking walk around and exist for everyone else. I'm living my own life and doing what the fuck I want to do. And as long as I'm not hurting anybody or fucking with anybody or fucking stealing for anybody or any of that crazy shit, then I feel like I should be completely okay to do that. Hold on, let me wrap this up. Let me wrap it up. Let me wrap it up, man. Let me wrap it the fuck up. I don't agree with the whole just because I'm making a YouTube video means I have to be the fucking like I'm not everybody's fucking mom and dad, man. Like all I can say is if you're in the US, don't gamble on this site. It's not for the US, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Also, don't gamble in general if you're not willing to lose, because you will lose. Statistically speaking, you will fucking lose money. And this shit, gambling is a toxic hobby to have. I've had it my whole fucking life. Doesn't mean you need to. This shit's for entertainment purposes only. I sit and watch fucking gambling streams all the time. I think it's fucking... I watch it because it's entertaining.
I have a way better analogy, okay? Way better analogy. And this is, you're going to like this, but I'm going to need you to let me talk, though, but don't interrupt me, okay? Okay, so listen, you're saying Banks has an American audience, and that he's promoting a gambling site that's offshore, not in the United States. So his American audience is going to get a VPN and they're going to illegally, gamble on this site that they shouldn't because they're breaking the law, and that's bad to influence your American fans to break the law. Now, you are sponsored by G Fuel, right, Muta?
Yes.
There are ingredients in G Fuel that are illegal in some countries and I believe the state of California.
It's not illegal in the state of California, no.
If
it is illegal in any country, G Fuel won't ship out there.
Right, but you know what kids do?
You're just pissed off they took away cotton candy from you.
Stop. You know what kids do though? They buy G Fuel on like eBay or something like that to have it shipped to them.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it was banned in California for something, like it had too much of lead in it or something. There was an article that came out a while ago.
If you knew this, why the fuck did you promote it back then on Drama?
We're not
because I don't care.
Yeah, we're not on the same side as you.
G Fuel's a great company.
G Fuel's an amazing company, an amazing product. Yeah. We're sponsored by Faze is sponsored by them. Yeah. We're not agreeing. We're not agreeing with that point, Muta. We're asking you because that's your point.
They never got banned. I'm looking up. They never got banned.
Why are you promoting G Fuel when I know it's banned in some country because
G Fuel is actually licensed and like fucking maintained by the federal boards in the United States. If the U.S.
But you're not even American.
But the company is hosted in America. If they're abiding by the laws and it doesn't have any import restrictions in any country, then go for it. Buy it. They will literally not allow you to buy it.
This casino is registered in that country.
And it's exactly.
And they're accepting funds from an American, okay? Even if it's through a VPN. The laws between promoting like fucking eating products is different than a gambling product. This is an offshore crypto casino that cannot get money funneled into it from the US, yet it continues to do so. I have people from the rubet side who straight up will tell you, yeah, we kind of have to fucking break the law. Otherwise, Stake is going to kick our ass. Otherwise, Dual Bits is going to kick our ass. What do you guys have to say to that? They know that they're violating the legal agreement.
I'm not their lawyers. I'm not their lawyers.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, if you were their lawyers, you guys would probably fucking quit and find something else. This is like a headache waiting for you.
Okay, I looked it up. April 15th, 2018, G Fuel is illegal in Norway. Do you have any Norway viewers, Muta?
You probably do.
I probably do. And you know what?
So if they bought it,
if they bought it via eBay, that's up to them.
Yes, it's up to them. Yes, it's up to them.
Okay,
it's up to them.
You guys are conflating buying an asset with funneling